Alright, Sweetfish Plays bringing Red Dead 2 back to you. Already running into part 6 of this series, which is wild to me. Time sure does fly. Been introduced to a whole scope of other mission types and stranger missions, and we have gotten ourselves into some side missions here. And we are continuing sort of the main story, which is following some of the larger characters in our game, like Dutch Vanderland and Hosea, and our buddies Javier and Charles. So some of those people who I just named have some missions waiting for us. We have some missions at camp that we have to do. As I said, we have some side missions, like that gunslinger mission where we have to go after the gunslingers. That's an option for us. Basically, I'm just going to work my way down south. We've kind of started up in the north, in the mountains, in the Grizzlies. Now we've kind of set up base camp in the Heartlands, and now we're just going to continue to make our way south and kind of follow the track of missions that's going along with it there. I've been wildly impressed by this game so far. I don't know if I can call it my favorite Rockstar game just yet. Grand Theft Auto 5 and LA Noire definitely hold a special place in my heart, but I think Red Dead 2 is going to give those games a run for their money for sure. I've watched quite a few YouTube videos from some other content creators just highlighting some of the cool side missions that this game has to offer. Like, there are side missions to be had everywhere, and some of them are really, really cool when you get into them. And the best part about it is that you ultimately get to decide what happens. You could essentially kill any person in this entire game, and that decision would have ramifications on the game. So, just wildly kind of blown away by the size of the game, by the detail, the level of detail, and it makes it more exciting going forward for some of the other Rockstar games that we can look forward to coming out in the future. Like, if they can do this with Red Dead Redemption 2 now. Grand Theft Auto 5 was a build on the first Red Dead Redemption. It was a build on Grand Theft Auto 4. And some of those titles. Now Red Dead 2 is a build on Grand Theft Auto 5. They just keep kind of building on each other, and who knows? Can't wait to see what a game like Grand Theft Auto 6 will eventually have in store for us. So on my way back south, back towards my base camp to take care of a few more missions, I stopped in the town of Valentine with the idea of having a bath and getting myself cleaned up, maybe changing my clothes. There's a couple just oddball things that I'd like to do here. Maybe go pick up some more food. I've had to eat a little bit of food, maybe too much food. Hopefully I'm not getting fat. So I might want to stop by the general store and pick a few things up. And we're just going to continue to head on down south. We got a bevy of things waiting for us. We had to head out east a little bit where we met this guy here, the Trapper. Obviously, the last thing we did was take out that legendary bear, the first legendary animal that we've come across in the game so far, and I was able to make this lovely Bearhead's hat that I'm currently wearing out of it. Now, the hotel was here, but there's no option for me to go inside the hotel, so I'm gonna see if I can do just that still. You should still be able to. Yeah, here it is.
Hello again.
Just gonna get myself cleaned up, maybe get myself a shave. Oh, you know what? I can't go back here without paying him up front for the bath first.
You... Bath? I need a wash.
I got someone warming it up for you already. Just head down the corridor there.
25 cents for a bath, not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna maybe try and get a room too so I can change my clothes. That being said, I could always just go back to base camp and change my clothes. Probably be a little easier and cheaper to just do it there. I'm a dirty man. I mean, I got into a bar fight in this same town. No thanks, not today.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Just a bit of
maybe
privacy.
next time, hun.
We were rolling around in the mud, and then that bear almost killed me. It mauled me. If you haven't seen that in the last video, definitely go back and see that. I thought it was a dead man. I was shooting at the bear. Next thing you know, the bear comes running at me. I had already shot it with both my pistol and my long arm rifle up to that point. Anyways, this thing comes running at me, and I'm like, how many more times do I have to hit this thing? And it jumps on top of me and starts mauling me. That's probably one of the most intense moments that I've had in this game so far, just being completely attacked by this freaking bear. All right, so we've washed up completely.
I can hear that
Things just
goddamn
happen
butcher
so
whistling and shouting his
dynamically
lungs
in
off.
this
The
game.
stink that
It
comes through these
feels
walls,
so
I can't
real as a
believe it
result.
sometimes.
Thank you. Really.
Haven't jumped into first-person view in quite some time. Definitely gives you a much different perspective on the game. Alright, so now we'll just hit up the general store real quick. In terms of ammunition, I've got quite a little bit in my pistol already. I always choose the friggin' controller that's got the lowest amount of battery. Jesus.
Ain't surprising me in the least.
Good to see you again,
So I think I should be okay for ammo
Have a look
for
around.
now.
Everything in that is available for purchase.
I know you can go to the shelf and just buy things, but I think it's easier to just buy things straight through the catalog up front. What do we have here? Let's get some fresh food. We'll pick up some canned strawberries. We'll pick up some canned salmon. I'll pick up a couple carrots for my horse. He's sold out of carrots now. I'll pick up some corn. I've already got some meat that I'm going to be taking back to camp. Wow, the meat is expensive. Yikes. That's all just like sweets and stuff like that. I could definitely go for some alcohol. I think I already have some Kentucky bourbon and some fine brandy on me if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to pick up just a pack of regular cigarettes.
Okay then.
And some gin. We're going to be having a little party back at camp tonight. I'm bringing home some of that meat that I was able to find, so they should be pretty happy for me. I've got some money to bring back to them too. I'm not going to go back and not give them any of my money. They're my gang. I have to support them. And I'm hoping that the more that I support them in this game, the more it'll pay off later. Hopefully it'll all come to fruition in that sense. So we should be... You good for nothing cheating bastard.
I ain't hearing no more of this. I won that game fair and square. Shit, fair and square my ass.
All right, boy.
Thought it was going to be a stranger interaction, but it's just two guys fighting over some game that they're playing. Yeah, I said I'm okay for ammo. There is another bounty that I can take part in at the sheriff's office here in town. Don't need to worry about that too much. So I'm riding Ab right now. Couldn't think of the name of the horse that I'm riding. I put Morgan back in the stables at the end of the last one. That's that cheap horse that I bought, and I'm saving up for the American Standardbred horse, who I'm going to name Epona. And it's $150. I was just shy, just missed affording it. But that's okay. We'll come back. It obviously was not meant to be. So we have Kieran and Leppold Strauss that have missions for us. Let's do Kieran's first. You know what? Let's just head back to camp first. I got into my first horse crash in the last playthrough. Completely crashed into another horse. It's as bad as it sounds. Obviously, if you... Oh, a little bit of a glitch here. Obviously, if you run into anything while you're horseback riding, you're going to go flying. They have full physics reactions, objects on objects. So, horse crashes are a thing. And it was funny because I didn't die in the horse crash. The guy that I crashed into, who was coming the other way, he got off his horse and started shooting me. Or he was thrown off his horse, and when he got up, he started shooting me. Just the possibilities of what can happen are insane. I hear some wild animals. So I'm going to want to keep riding out of here. I don't want anything attacking me. Probably not the best thing traveling by myself at night, but what can you do? A man's got to get home. Oh, the horse does not like something around here.
Who's there?
There's a hunter in the woods there, and that's funny because that NPC is staying in that spot. I wonder if he's just part of our camp and he's just standing guard. That must be it, because he's obviously placed there for a reason. You can craft items at the crafting fire near the edge of camp. Oh, I didn't get my shave while I was in town. Darn it. Let's just go around to some of the different things around camp here. So first, let's grab some grub. As mentioned earlier, there's always food at camp that we can eat. There's like a communal sort of pot of food that our gang makes. None of us got lynched yet. None of you got married, neither. So that's what's in this pot here. So if we're ever hungry or need food, we can always grab a bowl and take some stew. There we go.
Okay, I think it's time for bed.
So there should be a place here where I can like donate things, kind of.
Mr. Morgan,
Yes, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Matthews gave me a message for you. He said when it was convenient to head into Emerald Ranch. He's looking at a few business things there.
Okay.
Oh, he'll find something too. He always does. Will you be well now, Mr. Morgan?
I'm always well, Miss Grimshaw.
Like that interaction, for example. I'm just walking around camp and one of my gang members, Susan, comes up to me and says, hey, Hosea says to go to Emerald Ranch. And I actually was already out there. The trapper was out east, so I had to head that direction. So I already kind of know that area a little bit. There's a stagecoach over there, which is pretty cool. I think I can take stagecoach, like go from one stagecoach station to the other, kind of like a warp point, more or less. So Jose's got a mission. I'm still going to do some of these missions where I'm at here in camp, and then maybe we'll head out east and then continue back down south. It seems like the best option. So here's the thing where I can contribute different things. I can give them money. So I'm gonna donate $20 of my $70.83.
Keep it coming.
And then now it'll say we collectively as a group have saved up $92.67. That's collectively what we have. Now I don't know. Obviously, there's some that we're going to need that money for in the future. More than likely, maybe it will determine how nice our camp is or something like that. There will obviously be ramifications for that. Now there's also an option here to give an item. So let's see what we could give there. So we have, so the only things that you can donate here are valuables. That's it. See, like the pocket watch, that can be worth $10, and then they probably go pawn that stuff off. I have 2 gold wedding rings, so I might as well donate one of those. I like the gold pocket watch, so I'm not going to do anything with that. I guess we can't really do much with these. I could probably sell them to shopkeepers in the future if I need some extra cash, so it might be good to hold on to some of them. But you know what? They're not going to come in handy to me. A necklace is not going to come. I'm not going to be able to wear a necklace, so we're going to sell that. We have a gold plate buckle and a silver clamp buckle. Let's sell both of the buckles. That's good for now. See, now donated items $17. Now we're up to $109.67. Cool, cool. Now, the butcher, he is the guy that I have to give the meat to. So as I hunt, I'm not going to keep all the meat for myself. I'm going to want to donate some to the group, obviously. So we have animal fat, for example. Fat from bear, boar, beaver, duck, geese, javelina, pig, and pheasant. Can be used in crafting or sold. Stingy meat from small animals to be used in cooking. That I can for sure let go of. I have this here, game meat, the meat from a game animal to be used in cooking. I'm going to want to hold on to that. That's probably a little bit more valuable. So let's give away the stuff that I don't really need first, like animal fat, for example. I'm going to donate all of the animal fat.
Thank you.
The stringy meat, that's what I'm going to donate, and I'll donate all of that.
Well, I'll take what I can get.
Mature venison meat, tender pork loin, game meat. Good rabbit pelt. So the rabbit pelt I can only get funds out of, so I'm going to hold on to that. I could use it in crafting later on. The wolf heart, same thing. I can only donate for funds. He's probably going to know more of what to do with a wolf heart than me. So I will sell the wolf heart for funds.
Not your pocket.
I've got 5 big game meats plus the 3 game meats. So let's give one of the game meats to him. We'll give 2 of the big game meats to him. And yeah, that should be okay for now. So they should be more than happy right now with what I have been able to provide for them. There should be no issues whatsoever. So I think that might be Kieran there, the butcher. Still don't know everybody's name here back at camp. Starting to get to know a lot of them, but I still don't know a good chunk of them. I think I might actually just... Oh, I can shave. Thank God. It's our first shaving experience. So it looks like... You already have pomade applied. Oh, okay. So let's trim. Okay, so we can choose wow, we can choose how much to trim it, what style we want to trim it in. Maybe we want to leave a mustache or chin hair or chops. And it shows us what our current length is. So that's only a 4 out of 10 in length. So let's go all facial hair. We can go down like that. So we start off there. We can go down. We can go all the way down to clean shaven, which is that. I definitely want to leave a little bit. So let's go with a 2 out of 10. So that's easy. There's no animations or anything like that. Now I was hoping
Living in tents, on the run. At my age, I thought I'd be living on some
to be able to change my clothes while I'm here. Wardrobe, change clothing, sweet.
said I'm stuck in the wilderness and you
Just don't think this bear hat's going with my current outfit. I changed into it. It's the Pursuer.
there ain't no getting fat out here. Now my old hat Grimshaw eats triple rations.
That one actually doesn't look too bad. And now that I'm in a warmer climate, it would definitely make sense. That's more for a winter climate. If I go back up to the Grizzlies, that's a perfect thing to wear. Or that one as well. Let's go with the Summer Gunslinger. Still just going with pre-made outfits now. I'm sure maybe we'll come across more clothing throughout the game and we'll be able to switch things up a little bit more. You have no outfit suitable for cold weather on your horse. Okay, so I can take another outfit with me. Okay, so I'm going to take the Winter Gunslinger one with me. Which ones are on my horse? So this one is obviously an outfit that I take with me. And then the Pursuer, the last one that I was wearing, is also on my horse. I'm going to remove that one from my horse. And I'm just going to take this one, the Summer Gunslinger, and then I'm going to take this jacket with me. He basically just throws it over what he's wearing. So I'll just take this jacket with me in case I go back up to a snowy climate. I've got something warm to wear. And I got my hat back. Oh no, that's not the hat that I want. That is not the hat that I want. That's the hat that I want. I'm sorry, but I have to show off the fact that I killed a freaking legendary bear, okay? Leave me alone. So now, last but certainly not least, I'm going to sleep until about noon, give myself a nice 9-hour rest, and then we'll take care of some of the missions that we have going on here in camp. Sorry, just making sure that we are still live here. So it's noon. I don't have all of the time in the world right now. Oh, whoops. To do things. It's only 10 degrees where I'm at. Shoot.
Dutch, I need you to do me a favor. Nothing too serious. I need you to help Herr Strauss. I've been working hard, Dutch. I know. And I know Strauss's business is not too glamorous, but it pays. Please, son, for me. Okay.
Could you go rest, please?
So now Dutch just came up to us and told us that we need to help Herr Strauss. So what exactly does that mean? There's Leopold Strauss. He must mean him. Okay, interesting. I haven't been to the health supply wagon in camp yet. It says Strauss's wagon is used to store the camp's medical supplies. Any camp member is free to take items from this wagon. If supplies are low, however, this may lower the morale of the camp, so it is in everyone's best interest to keep the wagon well stocked. So I imagine that with the provisions and stuff, that's going to be important too in keeping the morale. Wow, this is insane. And then the ammunition as well. Arthur's lodging is used to store the camp's ammunition supplies. Any camp member is free to take items from this wagon. If supplies are low, this may lower the morale of the camp, so it is in everyone's best interest to keep the wagon well stocked. Provisions, same thing. I've already provided quite a few provisions, though. I've already... Strauss keeps a ledger by the box which contains records of all donations as well as notes on potential purchases that could be beneficial. Interesting. There's a book here beside the thing.
Man, you one sour son of a bitch, ain't you?
Only when I see you.
Only when I see you.
What is it, Arthur?
It's a poem that was in Dutch's tent. Okay. There should be a book here somewhere that highlights all of the donations that were made and potential purchases that can be made with them. I don't see this. I don't see said book. Strange. Okay.
Mr. Morgan! Mr. Morgan. Mr. Pearson?
Quite a country. Quite a country. You know, sometimes I'm glad I left the Navy. Too many men. Too many men. This world, far more genteel, huh?
I never figured running in a bunch of outlaws would be the genteel option.
Well, I've seen things, sir. I've seen terrible things.
Looks like there's a thunderstorm rolling in here, so that is no good. I might have to hunker down here until it passes. So this is the health supplies tent. However, it's not giving me an option to access it, so that's kind of weird. Alright, what can we do here? Where are you? Leppled. I'll tell you, we picked a good spot to set up camp. Look at this view. Holy
Herr
mackerel.
Morgan! Herr Morgan!
Mr. Strauss?
You busy, my friend?
Why?
I'll cut you in.
Loaning. Already?
You know how it is. People is happy to borrow off someone like me, but more enthusiastic paying back to someone like you.
Of course. Who are they?
Let me see. Chick Matthews works at Guthrie Farm. He's a hand, I believe. Mr. Roble, the small holder at Painted Sky, runs the operations there, badly. Miss Lily Millet is a ranch maid up at Emerald Ranch.
And here was me believing Dutch's bluster about us helping folk.
It's legal work, Mr. Morgan. Debtors belong in prison. We are doing them a favor.
Aye. I'll make sure they see it in them terms.
Put the debts in the deed box and try not to kill them. It's very bad for business.
I just miss him so much.
Of course you do. Goes without saying.
What am I gonna do?
You're gonna suffer.
Sorry, I had my mic on. I'm going on about a spiel. So, people that owe the gang money are marked on the map with an LS. So we see 3 different LSs on the map. Okay, so we have to take care of all of them now before we can continue on with any other mission. So I guess Leopold Strauss, Herr Strauss, he takes care of the finances in the gang. It appears that way, specifically the loans and debts that the gang has lent out or incurred. Anyways, there are 3 different 3 different parties that owe the gang money, that are indebted to us. So we have to go and find all 3 of these people and take care of them. It's very similar to the gunslinger mission that we had, where we have the 4 gunslingers. We have to go see them all and either talk to them or deal with them, like we had to deal with the first one, Flaco Hernandez. So we'll start out on the west with Mr. Robel, and then we will head east. We have Chick Matthews, that's at one ranch, and then Lily Mallet is at Emerald Ranch, which we have to go there anyways for another mission. So hopefully if I end up at Emerald Ranch and the mission ends there, we can do the other mission that's waiting for us there as well. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go for a quick ride, shall we?
And life's gonna go on. That's the truth of it. I won't lie to you.
Miss Roberts.
What the hell?
Where am I gonna go?
Stay here with us. Folk, they ain't so bad. It's nasty out there on your own.
I know.
You'll be safe here.
Damn, I walked up and they got all quiet. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure that you ladies were okay. That was the worst southern accent that has ever reached the airwaves.
You seem chipper. But where there's life, there's hope, my friend.
And?
We've been thinking about our problem all along. That's all.
Meaning?
So, Arthur, when I was in Valentine, nosing about, I think I found something interesting.
What's that, Tilly?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. Something about the doctor's office. There's something funny going on there. Saw a bunch of nasty boys going in and none of them coming out.
Thank you. Maybe I'll go take a look. Anything else?
No, just that.
Well, keep looking.
Will do.
Damn, so shop robbery, a robbery tip. Okay, I didn't even know this was a thing. This is our log. So these are our tasks. We have a camp item request. Hosea wants a crime novel. We got the tip about the robbery or a robbery, Valentine Doctor's Office, money lending, and other sins. That's the Leopold Strauss mission that we're currently involved in. So if we go to shop robbery, there are rumors about the Valentine Doctor being involved in some shady activities. Look around the shop to investigate. Alright, gives us something else to do. Obviously,
Let's go.
I'm doing Herr Strauss's mission first here. As per Dutch requesting that I take care of it in a rather quick manner.
wearing that left shoulder?
Hell yeah, I'm wearing that.
Hey! Yep. Go!
Enough out of you!
Yeah.
What the hell?
Stay back from the wagon, sir. Transporting a fugitive.
That's a fugitive on the wagon. He says he's innocent.
Easy.
Should I deal with it? Nah, you know what? That's none of my business. I thought about it. I seriously thought about interjecting in that situation.
There we go.
One of Strauss's debtors was last seen in this area. Search the area to find them and reclaim the debt. What's the temperature now? A balmy 12 degrees Celsius. That's what I'm talking about. Only one way to deal with these debtors. Gotta show that I mean business. Knock knock, anybody home? I would assume they're probably inside. I didn't see them elsewhere on the property. It's pretty quiet around here. So this is Mr. Roble.
Knock, knock, Mr. Roble.
Przepraszam, co pan robi w moim domu?
God damn it.
Kim jesteś?
I'm here on behalf of Leopold Strauss. Where's our money?
Leopold Strauss. Nie mam pieniędzy.
God damn it, you don't speak English, do you? Now, you remember where you're keeping that silver?
Potrzebuję trochę czasu. Znajdę ci pieniądze.
No, still don't understand you. God damn it, you have a debt to Herr Strauss. Pay up!
Stop! Już nie mam siły.
Where's the money? Give me the money. Give me the money.
No, please no. Don't have money, but I have this. It's good. It's good. It's valuable. It's Warszawa, yes.
I have your things. Okay? I have anything in here or out there.
Yes.
Okay, so he gave in after getting beat up and put at gunpoint, finally. So he's gonna let us take whatever we want from his residence. And believe me, I'm gonna take everything I can. Got some fine brandy down in his little liquor cabinet here. Yeah, right. You think I'm gonna take some fine brandy from your liquor cabinet and then the debt is paid? You gotta be kidding me, Mr. Roble. Don't be so foolish and naive, buddy.
Something somewhere.
You better have some valuable shit in this house or the shit is gonna hit the fan. So we have another little cabinet here. We have some silver earrings.
No.
Yes. Great minds think alike. So we have a dresser drawer here.
The longer I look, the madder I get.
Still nothing. Still nothing.
Don't even speak English.
Is there literally nothing in there, or am I just not able to take it because I'm in first person? No, there's legitimately nothing in any of these drawers. No, it's not time to jump on his furniture, Arthur. Pull it together. Come on. Silver earrings and fine brandy? Seriously? That's what you have to offer? You gotta be kidding me. This must be some kind of sick joke. I should kill this bastard anyway. Cigarettes, I cannot carry any more of that item. I didn't realize there was the lower part of the cabinet that I could search here. Nothing. What the buddy? Seriously? Better have some valuables in here. Wow, nothing. Wow, nothing. Shocker. He also did say that I could take anything on the entirety of his property, though, which is pretty cool because he's got like the barn and a shed that I can go check out. He's got a few different areas that I can have a look at. Oh, there's another drawer here. An antique watch, yeah.
I must eat, proszę.
Debt successfully recovered.
That
Okay.
should about cover things. Take it easy there. Easy, girl. Shh, easy there.
So he's got a horse in his barn here, but doesn't look like it's worth taking. It's not like an elite horse or something like that. Officially, I've collected the entirety of the debt. There is nothing else that I really need to take here, and to be honest with you, I think I have beat on this guy enough. So we can return to camp and donate essentially the valuables that we found to the camp. And it may already be enough to pay off the minimum that Strauss wants us to, or we can continue on to the other two debtors and collect their debts as well. In my opinion, I might as well. I can't dance, so 'tis what we shall do. Especially while we still have some sunlight here, because it's definitely going to be getting dark rather soon. Oh, okay. So now it's just money signs. Technically the mission is done. I guess I only had to go see one of them. I am going to go see the other two debtors though, just because. This one is going to be a little bit longer of a ride though than it took to get to Mr. Roble. So this is Chick Matthews. I can't remember the name of the ranch that she's on, or that she's at, but that's the next debtor to the Vanderlinde gang.
road. Now, come on.
You always got to be wary and look for subtitles or voices and that when you're out riding, just because you come across so many strangers, so many random encounters. And I like taking part in them. It's a cool sort of break from the main game. So this is a territory. Oh Jesus!
You there? Would you be interested in some friendly competition? I've come all the way north from Mexico to challenge a real American gunslinger. You him?
Me? A real gunslinger? Let's find out.
Okay, man. That's what I like to hear. Look, man, rules are simple, okay? Whoever shoots more of these bottles wins. Just draw your gun and aim when you're ready, all right? Perfecto. Damn it all! How the hell did you beat me, huh?
Better shot, I suppose.
That didn't make me happy at all. How about we raise the stakes, huh?
I feel like this is going to be one of those things where he pretends that he sucks at first, and then he's really going to kick my ass, so I'm just going to, I'll decline.
Come on, you can't win if you don't. Well, I owe you for beating me. So, come get your win. Here it is, okay? Man of my word.
Appreciate it.
Sure. Better watch
Is he going to fire at me?
You'll see.
Oh, I thought he was totally going to try and turn his back on me and open fire. Jesus. You never know who you can trust in this world. Every stranger is just that, a stranger. You don't really know what their intentions are. No, but I felt like that was definitely a scam. Like, okay, so you pay $5 and you win the first time and it's super easy. But then the second time, next thing you know, suddenly now he's this amazing gunslinger. Who knows, I probably could have beat him, but...
Yeah!
It was fun while it lasted. There are definitely some storms in the area. This morning when I woke up, you could hear some thunder and you could kind of see the sky turning gray, and you can kind of see some areas are like that, but haven't had any precipitation. These two debtors are really, Jesus, are really close to each other. Worse than the cars in Grand Theft Auto, for Christ's sakes.
Now, come on.
So once I finish collecting the debt from Chick Matthews, it really won't be that long to get to the third and final debtor.
Easy, easy.
So we can speak with people in the area to find out where the debtor is. That's, again, a pretty cool mechanic. Where's she at, brother?
You Chick Matthews?
Oh, no, not me, sir. That's the greenhorn over there. Oh, and there he goes.
So long, long shark.
Damn it!
No, you don't. No, you freaking
You
don't.
owe us money. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
Whoa. I should have died there. I didn't realize that there was a cliff there. Come back here, Chick Matthews.
You don't want to get me angry, boy.
You're too slow, old man.
Go. Last chance to save your hide. Stop!
Don't you give up.
Not so fast, man. The more I chase, the more you owe.
Leave it, all right?
Ah. You make me go much further, I'll get more than a
Got
hit
him.
off you. Ah.
God dang it. This map will take you to the money.
Lucky I ain't taking your teeth as well.
I'm honest. Really. For the most part.
That's what you get. I'm not gonna let you get away unscathed. Okay, so he gave us a map to the money. He doesn't even have it on him, for Christ's sake. So now we have to decipher this freaking map. It reads, if something should happen to me, my worldly possessions are stored here. This is Chick's treasure map. The heck is that supposed to mean? It's inside a tree? Okay, great. Is it supposed to be like back on his ranch or something like that? This was the farm here. I mean, I guess. Let's go to the... Oh. Ah, okay. So it actually marked on our map kind of far. So I was going to say, that's going to be hard trying to find one freaking tree in this entire world where he stored his cash. Good God. I love that the train moves dynamically throughout the world as well. Whoa. Can see a building up there in the distance. Civilization. It's 9:55. I don't want to be out here in the forest and wilderness areas too late, of course. Can't trust anybody when it's daylight. Arthur knows the world well. He knows where to go. So this is for the second debt that we're collecting for our gang. The mission given to us by Herr Strauss, Leopold Strauss. Whoa.
Yep.
Can you get down here, Horsey, without dying?
Yeah.
Why did it take me down this way? I feel like I just came from here. Maybe not.
Whoa.
Search the highlighted area to find the debt. Use the treasure map to help identify a location. Damn, that's a pretty big search radius. There could be a lot of trees within this immediate search radius, and it's nighttime too, which is not going to help my cause. Definitely looks like it's inside a tree, and a rather large tree too. There it is. Chick's debt money. Debt successfully recovered. Damn, I should just quit the gang and become a debt collector because apparently I'm quite successful at it. So we have one last debt to recover, and that is the debt of Lily Millet, or Millet, at Emerald Ranch.
All right, boy.
Which, thank Christ, is close by.
Ah! Now, come on. Yeah.
What the hell?
Easy.
Did somebody just shoot at me? My horse looked like he got injured or stumbled somehow, but you look okay.
Yeah. Go, go.
So this is Emerald Station, just outside of Emerald Ranch. It's another stagecoach station where you can get to and from some of the larger destinations throughout the world.
Easy. Whoa.
This is. Oh, there she is.
Now, I told you I'd get you the money next week, and I'll get it.
If you didn't make it this week, who's to say you'll make it next?
Don't you take that tone with me. I thought you said you loved me.
I do, but what I get paid ain't enough for one person, let alone two. Your money's gotta be your problem now.
The only problem I got is this bleating going on in my ear. Now lay off it, Lily. God damn it.
Lily, where's our money?
What?
That loan you took. It's payday.
I'm sorry. I don't have it right now.
Well then, I guess we got a big problem, don't we?
Cooper, give him what you've got.
I ain't giving him nothing except a lesson in damn manners.
Son of a bitch. Still think you're tough?
All right. He has all my money. I gave it all to him. Just take everything that you find on him and let's be done with this. Please.
Hey, you know what I did?
Leave me alone, won't you? You've
I didn't steal that. It's a debt. Damn it.
Ain't my concern, no, sir.
Yep. Yep.
Get mad at me all you want for hitting her, but she deserved that just as much as that guy. That guy just took a beating for her, and she was the one that took the loan out from our gang, so she deserved a little lesson in self-respect. Just like that other dude that I shot in the leg, she ain't getting off that easy. I'm not going to go around just innocently killing people and being the worst criminal in the land, but I'm certainly not going to not flex every once in a while. I'm going to flex my muscle when I can. I'm not to be played with. So now there was a witness to the crime, and apparently they're saying that the crime that I committed on her was robbery, so you got to get out of this area. Originally, there was a mission here that I wanted to complete at Emerald Ranch. It's not available right now because we're technically still within Leopold's mission. So we just got to take this stuff back to camp, and then we'll just have to come back out to Emerald Ranch a little bit later. Maybe when things have died down a little bit, now that I'm a wanted criminal in the area. For punching a girl that owed me money. So, unfortunately, there was a rat at Emerald Ranch who reported the crime. The one witness that saw it reported it. So you can see I'm wanted now in the area. So they'll send law enforcement after me. Gotta get out of here quick. Time to bounce. The law cannot see you. If you continue to evade them, they will eventually stop looking for you. There we go. So once the heat level dies down at Emerald Ranch, then we'll go out. That's the next mission that Hosea has for us. Remember, Susan came up to us in camp and said, hey, he wants to see you out at Emerald Ranch. He's got something for you to do. So I was going to do it while I was already out here, but now that I'm wanted, it'll have to wait a little bit. I gotta go into Valentine next, I think is what I'm going to do, and check out that doctor's office. While I'm still up here, while I'm still in the Valentine area, I figure the law are no longer pursuing you, but your crimes won't be forgotten. If you are spotted by a lawman in a red area, you become wanted again. That's what I mean about letting things die down in that area for a little bit. Hosea can wait. I got lots of missions to do.
Now, come on.
Lawmen have posted a bounty on your head. Avoid them or pay off your bounty at a post office. I became wanted in Valentine, and when I would go there, people would be like, oh, hey, why are you back? Especially after that bar fight that happened, too. Bounty hunters remember previous crimes you committed in their state. Pay off your bounty at a post office. So I probably have some sort of a bounty in Valentine, and then now I've compounded that with causing that trouble at Emerald Ranch. So I'm definitely going to want to be careful. There was a post office, I believe, at Emerald Ranch. Whoa, weird. So the area that's red is actually, anywhere in that area? Wow. So this is one state. In the state of New Hanover, Valentine is included in that state. Okay, so there's different states. Interesting. So within the state of New Hanover, I am now wanted with a bounty of $5. So I may be attacked or they may attempt arrest on me. So I need to go to a post office. There is one in Valentine, so if I go there to stop by the doctor's office, I'll hit up the post office and pay off my bounty.
Come on.
So the crime that I committed in Valentine did add up with the crime that I just committed there, and that's why there's now a $5 bounty on my head. Not really a large bounty. It's not like a $50 bounty or something like that, but it's enough. I'm a wanted criminal.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's that? Yeah. Wondered when you'd roll.
4:18. I did sleep to noon the previous day, so I don't really think I'm gonna need a whole lot of sleep. Donate the recovered debts to the camp funds. So we successfully collected all 3 debts. You didn't have to do all 3. Each one of the debts that I had to collect was fairly unique, though. Each one of the individuals that I had to confront, each one kind of had a different outcome, a different reaction. So that's pretty cool. At least it hasn't been stale yet. Even the side missions, they haven't really been stale yet. I know we're still fairly early on, though. So give all debts. You'll receive a cut of each recovered debt you donate to the camp fund. So $38. I get about $4. Right. Use the ledger to purchase a camp upgrade. Okay, so here's the ledger now. It's officially available to us because we have 216. Oh, okay, so there was 3 debts. They each put it in separately. So there's the 3 debts: $38, $31, $35. And then I collected a certain cut from each. It was about $4 or $5 a piece. But now we're up over $216.93. So this literally shows us each person donating. So you can see that recently it's been mostly me donating, starting with the $20 that I donated the previous day, the wedding ring, the necklace, the buckles, the animal fat, that kind of a thing. And you can see that other people are actually donating to the camp as well, which is super, super cool. Okay, so now medicine. So Strauss's medicine wagon. Increases total supplies, includes snake oil to restore deadeye and bitters to restore stamina. And then restock. Resupply the wagon. Send someone to town to get more of the items already stocked. So I just tried to go to the medical wagon. It didn't give me the option, probably because I haven't. Maybe you have to purchase this first thing. So let's do that. I'll spend the $30. We got some money to spend. The quantity and quality of tonics available at the medical wagon has increased. You can pay to resupply the medical wagon when stocks are low. So now there's actual items there that we can go and pick up. And they don't cost anything. How did you get on, Herr Morgan? We share them collectively.
Fine. Our accounts are up to date. Sad sacks, a lot of them.
Good, very good.
My pleasure.
Well, if it's pleasure you're after, there is one other. This farmer preacher fellow I met in Valentine, Mr. Downs.
The opinionated little do-gooder? Yeah, I know the one. I certainly know the type.
Thank you, Herr Morgan.
There's no need to thank me. Like you said, it's pleasure I'm after.
He's more slippery than he seems. I've tried being polite. Don't take any nonsense.
Nonsense? Me?
If he doesn't have the money, beat him.
Well, I usually do.
I know. I know.
Or shoot him. As we saw. So I'm going to actually try and use the ledger again and purchase something else. Now that we have all these funds, we might as well spend them. If that's one of the main things that you can spend them on. I want to look out for my gang here. I want to take care of them. Oh, okay, so in the top right corner you can see that little cross for the medical wagon is now lit up yellow. So now provisions, for example, if I go, so now the next thing for the medical wagon, increases total supplies, includes tonics to refill all stats as well as higher quality liquors. And that's going to be a $50 upgrade. That's a little much. Now it's also going to cost $25 to resupply the wagon, although with the $30 that I just upgraded the wagon with, it should already be fairly well stocked. And then now the provisions wagon, Pearson's provisions wagon, increases total provisions, adds fresh fruit and basic canned goods. Let's do it. The quality and quantity of food available in the pantry has increased. You can pay to resupply the pantry when stocks are low. So now I don't need to necessarily go to the general store if I need something. I can just come here back to home base and grab some stuff if I need to, assuming that it's supplied. So ammunition and arms, that's what I am in charge of in the gang. Increases armory supplies, adds repeater ammo and arrows. That's a $60 upgrade. We can definitely afford it. Also, camp lodging can be upgraded. Upgrade Dutch's lodging, encourages others to donate. Interesting. That's $220 though. I think I can afford it because it would take it out of the camp money first and then out of my money, but then I would have literally no money left, so no thank you. There's a horse station. Buy a horse station, a place to retrieve horses from the stables or recall your main horse to camp. I guess if you leave it out in the wild and you need it immediately, there's an option right there. The chicken coop. Buy a chicken coop for the camp. Add nutrition to all camp stews, Deadeye boost when consuming said stew. That's $175. $225 will get you leather working tools. Buy some leather working tools for Pearson. Gain access to extra crafting options. And that's the scope of what we can do. So that expensive stuff I'm not going to worry about, but the ammunition and arms, I upgraded the other two wagons, so we might as well upgrade the munitions wagon as well. The quality and quantity of ammunition available at Arthur's Tent has increased. You can pay to resupply munitions when stocks are low. Okay, so we've done a fair bit of upgrading back here at the camp. Let's see where we're at with our missions now. So Leopold says there's one more guy just outside of Valentine that still owes us a debt. His name is Thomas Downs. It's part 3 now of the money lending and other sins mission. I don't know when part 2 started, but let's try and figure out what our game plan is going to be here. So I said I didn't want to go back to Emerald Ranch until some of the heat died down, so Hosea is going to have to sit tight there for a while. We still have the Reverend Swanson mission down at, looks like Flatneck Station. There's a gunslinger down there too. I don't want to head south yet until I've taken care of mostly what I need to take care of up here in the northern part of New Hanover, just south of the Grizzlies. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head up into Valentine. I'm going to check out the doctor's office and deal with whatever shady business is going on there. Thanks to the tip from one of my fellow lady gang members. Then on my way out of Valentine, I will stop by and say hello to Thomas Downs. Take care of that final debt. Then I will do Kieran's mission. After Kieran's mission, you need to try and get information on the O'Driscolls from Kieran. Obviously, another gang that we are still trying to deal with. So once I'm done all of that stuff, then I'll head out, do what I need to do at Emerald Ranch with Hosea, and then I will continue our journey south. I keep saying, well, we're going to keep heading south. We're going to keep heading south, and we're not heading south because every time I try and head south, there's more and more missions that keep popping up. But I plan on doing pretty much every one of these yellow missions that comes up, or every one that's available to me and that is easy to accomplish, easy enough anyways. And so far, these missions have been a lot of fun. So we will head into Valentine. On my way in, however, I have to pay... I have to go to the post office and pay off my bounty before the friggin' law enforcement comes and arrests me. It's the last thing I need. So involving. Like, I could honestly see just, like, pouring at least 100 hours into this game. I mean, I talked about it, the last open world game that I really played was Breath of the Wild, and I sank about I would say probably between 100 and 120 hours into that save file, and I can definitely see Red Dead being at least that by the time all is said and done. I mean, I don't even, like, we're still doing some tutorial missions. We're still doing some very early on things here. And although we are over 10% complete in the game, I mean, we are a long, long way away here from even reaching the middle portions of the game. Like, we are still very, very early on into this. We're already 6 parts in, which means at least 6 hours. We're probably closer to 10 hours in, because a lot of my videos were well over an hour. So 6 to 10 hours in, and we are still doing kind of introductory stuff. A lot of the stuff that we've been covering for the last couple videos has been all side missions. What the hell?
I can feel a real kind of mission coming from this boy here. Stay right where you are. Get on down here, now.
Oh, you really chose the wrong mark today.
Hell, label it, you bastard. God damn it! Ah! You're about to meet your sorry fate.
God damn it. Friggin' O'Driscolls. Jesus. I had a couple of options there. The O'Driscolls cornered me on my way to Valentine. I could antagonize them, which is what I chose to do. I could surrender to them, get off the horse, but I pulled my gun out, had my gun out, and antagonized them, which I don't think they liked very much. So they attacked me, and I died. Life sucks. So I don't know if that had anything to do with a bounty being on my head. But boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm starting to get the whole, the world is a very dangerous thing.
Come on.
I love interactions like that where it's just random. I'm just making my way to Valentine and 3 O'Driscolls come on a friggin' stagecoach and try and get me to make a donation to them as if I'm gonna take my chances in a fight. Really? You think Arthur freaking Morgan is just gonna put his hands up and surrender? Now that's naivety. So I actually haven't been to the post office in Valentine, so this will kind of be a new experience.
Now she's knocked up. It's like what happens on regular o'clock.
Ain't the first time.
I guess this also acts as the train station, I'm assuming.
I'll be right over.
Take a look at yourself.
Clear this right up for you. What you need?
I gotta pay my bounty, please, $5.
I'll let the people in New Hanover know.
So I believe
Hey,
it's
that
all.
train that
It's
brought
funny
us
because the
up to
more
the
that I've
Grizzlies,
played this game, the more I've been like, hey, I remember that from the first Red Dead. Hey, I remember that from the first Red Dead. And I believe this was again a similar mechanic in the first Red Dead. You would have a bounty on your head for a certain area, and then you would have to go pay off that bounty or clear up that bounty one way or another. I don't know if you just saw that, but my horse just took a poop.
Okay, boy.
This game is so realistic. The horses poop. I kid you not. Rewind that crap. As soon as I walk out that door, that horse just pooped. That's insane. Jacksonworth Auction Yard. Huh, that's weird. So we're just outside of Valentine here. We gotta head into the doctor's office where there is some suspicious stuff apparently happening. But that's actually gonna be the end of this stream right here. So next time we got the stuff to take care of here in Valentine, the doctor's office, and the final debtor. We'll head back down to the camp, the last mission in camp with Kieran there, unless another one opens up. And then we'll try and take care of the Emerald Ranch situation with Hosea, who's got some stuff for us. And then maybe we can finally head south and do some of these story missions. The story missions are going to be... Hosea might be a fairly important mission out at Emerald Ranch, although the only way I got the mission was by someone approaching me, so it's probably not that important. A story mission would be given to you in a more formal manner. So the Javier mission and the Reverend Swanson mission, we've had those missions given to us for a while. They are more than likely kind of the progression missions, where if we want the story to kind of progress a little further, we're going to have to do those missions. But as I said, I want to kind of take care of everything up here first. I don't want to have to keep going back and forth on these long rides because I'm not taking care of missions when I've got the chance to. Definitely not in any rush. We got through quite a little bit more today. Again, it's still a little bit more side stuff. I would like to start doing some more of these story missions. I feel like there's been a lot of side missions. We kind of went from the introductory kind of prologue in the Grizzlies, where everything was just like very straightforward. You go from here to here, a more linear kind of style, and now it's just kind of like here's 7 side missions and 3 story missions, you know, and then you know we've had how many missions come up out of the blue just by traveling from point A to point B. It's been so open. Like the definition of open world is Red Dead Redemption 2. We will see. So last time I saved, I was officially now up at 12.1% through the game. We should be a little higher now. We are 15.1% through now, so that one playthrough completed yet another 3%. We're sticking in there. Make sure you subscribe so that you know exactly when more videos in this series are posted. If you want to see anything particular in this game, just comment down below and make sure you give the vid a like for me, won't ya? Generosity makes people... What is it? What is it the Chill says? Generosity makes people better people? I don't know. Check out Chills.